So today we're going to Davos, where our editor-in-chief Saqib Tanveer is present on ground to cover the World Economic Forum. This is a forum where people, and especially leaders, political elite and business elite, come together to form the geopolitical debate. And this year's World Economic Forum carries particular weight because of the current escalating tensions around the world. Now, Saqib, we hear that Trump is about to speak there tomorrow, and it's carrying particular weight because he's released screenshots from his conversation with French President Emmanuel Macron, where Macron is trying to set up a meeting with him to discuss the tariffs that Trump might impose on European countries if he doesn't get Greenland. So, what is the atmosphere there like in terms of how things are developing around the world?
So, thank you, Aisha. So there's only one issue that is being talked out here, and that is about the fate of Europe-US relationship. Donald Trump, early morning, he posted screenshots of his chat with Emmanuel Macron that were received, not nicely by the Europe, and Europe thinks that Donald Trump is trying to strong arm them. There are two important sessions here. One is today, and the other one is tomorrow that you mentioned, which is Donald Trump's speech. But today, Emmanuel Macron is speaking at the World Economic Forum. By the time we'll upload this conversation, he might have already spoken. So, and people are waiting for Emmanuel Macron to speak because he's the only European leader who has spoken openly against Donald Trump's plan to invade or annex Greenland, and he has been very active about it. So people are hoping to see that Emmanuel Macron will stand up to Donald Trump, and probably others will follow suit. But as far as the importance of this forum goes, it's clouded by Donald Trump's tweets, it's clouded by Greenland, and people are essentially debating the future of Europe-US relationship after what Trump has tweeted. Yeah.
Right, and what do we see being put forth from Pakistan this year?
So, Pakistan's delegation is arriving today. Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif is heading the delegation. They have a few engagements here. They'll be speaking at a couple of events at the World Economic Forum. But in addition to that, there's an important breakfast meeting tomorrow where Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif will host global business leaders. And this is where he'll be pitching Pakistan to them for investment in the space of technology, AI, fintech. There's also Pakistan's Minister for Crypto or Pakistan Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority, Bilal bin Saqib, who is here, who's also engaging with business leaders. Pakistan is going big on digital payments, fintech, crypto, and AI. In addition to this, one of the most important meetings that hasn't been confirmed yet, but has been reported in media, is Prime Minister's engagement that he might meet officials from IMF, which is very important for the next upcoming review because Pakistan is looking to go for growth now. I had a discussion with government officials, and they were saying that Pakistan's objective with this forum is that Pakistan is looking for partners in productivity at this forum. And that is where Pakistan's main objective of this conference is. Pakistan is courting investors. Pakistan is courting organizations or startups that are big in AI, data centers, urban mobility, fintech, and crypto.
Right, and I'm sure Faraz has a question for you about Pakistan's economic plans.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, Saqib, I wanted to ask how significant is Pakistan's participation compared to last year or many of the years? Because considering that the presence of larger forum, larger number of people, delegation this time, and how is this Pakistani pavilion changing, and how is Pakistan being received there?
So it's a very interesting question because last year Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif did not come to Davos. It was our Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb who led the delegation. But this time around, I was informed by sources that a special invitation was extended to Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif to attend this event. It was last year when World Economic Forum chairperson, he reached out to Shahbaz Sharif in Riyadh, and he formally invited him. And I think similar communication was done in the past week or so, where Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was again invited to attend this conference, which speaks to the fact that Pakistan's diplomatic stock or Pakistan's international standing has significantly risen. There are 3 to 4 sessions where Pakistan will be featuring it. It's on AI, it's on digital payment, and it's also on geopolitics. It's a very important event where other uh, uh, foreign ministers from other countries are also attending. But in terms of Pakistan Pavilion, it's it's an event where global business leaders are coming in. I was told that Etisalat's chairman will be coming in, and he will have meeting with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and other leaders. Other business leaders will also be attending that breakfast that Shehbaz Sharif will be holding. In addition to that, there is another event at Pakistan Pavilion, which is Digital Pakistan. The aim of the event is to attract investment in the digital sphere, and also there's a concert, couple of concerts actually on Pakistan, and then there is a startup. It's called Citadel, which is being headlined by Pathfinder Group, where several Pakistani startups will showcase their business models to attract investment. Yeah.
Okay, if I can get in one more question, we've heard that there is a possibility that Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif might meet global leaders, and including U.S. President Donald Trump. Do you have some sort of confirmations as to which global leaders is the Prime Minister going to meet on the sidelines of the main event?
Unfortunately, as you already know, Davos is it's a logistical nightmare for anybody to arrive and to schedule meeting. So as of now, we don't have any confirmation as to who Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif will be meeting, but we do expect there are important, significant meetings that are going to held. Important and significant, 2 words that may sound vague, but that's the maximum that I can, give to you right now.
Right. Faraza, if I may ask you a question as well, since you've been reporting a lot on Pakistan's economic growth this past year. So how do you understand Pakistan's role at especially this forum, and maybe if they can seek some investment opportunities over there with various world leaders?
Absolutely. What we've seen in the past year is that Pakistan's IT industry, per se, has grown drastically and has outshined other sectors. And Pakistani delegation has taken Digital Pakistan Vision 2030 to this World Economic Forum in Davos. So I think Pakistani delegation might be able to translate that vision into an actual practicality and might be able to strike deals with global companies. And I think our Prime Minister has done an amazing job so far. And this delegation has the capacity to pitch Pakistan's growing IT industry in particular to the world. So I think we might get some of the wins from this Davos meeting.
And Saqib, I'll come back to you. So what else is on the agenda? Are we talking about climate change, and is carbon credit on the agenda as well for Pakistan?
It's always on the agenda. WEF is always about sustainability, climate change, and everything. In fact, just 3 to 4 days ago, World Economic Forum launched a report in terms of global risk, and climate change was considered as the most important long-term risk that is staring right in our face. So they are big on that. Pakistan is also seeking investment in the climate change sphere. But for Pakistan right now, the focus is the digital payments gateway, crypto, AI, data centers. That's what the pitch Pakistan is presenting to the world. I think the key word that Pakistan has used is that Pakistan wants to be the safe digital gateway to the world. And that's what the objective here is.
Can you expand a little bit on the crypto side? Because the PVARA chairman, Bilal bin Saqib, is there as well. So what has been happening on that front?
So Bilal bin Saqib, I had a detailed chat with him. I'm also going to interview him shortly. So he'll tell you in detail about his plans. But he's been meeting business leaders here. He also has our talk 5 hours from now, where he'll be speaking on AI. He also has engagements with major global business leaders in the AI sphere. So it's not just crypto with him, it's also AI. So Bilal bin Saqib is leading all of that here. Yeah.
Right. And since Pakistan and India have been a hot topic this past year, I would love to ask if you've had any interactions with any Indian media over there and what that has been like.
Yeah. So I did reach out to a few Indian journalists, and I just wanted to explore the possibility of interviewing them, and just to know what their version of what their perception of Pakistan is post Marka Haq. So I've spoken to 3 journalists so far, and none of them have been, forthcoming. And one of the quotes that I got was that probably right now is not the time for the journalists from both sides speaking to each other. So there is some sort of reluctance that I see on India's part or Indian media's part to engage with Pakistani journalists. And these are journalists, mind you, who are considered, progressive. They're not your right-wing gung-ho. So they've shown their reluctance in engaging with Pakistani media. I can't tell you my conversation with them because most of that was off the record, but that's the maximum that I can give to you.
Right. And considering that Pakistan has been doing very well diplomatically post the May conflict, do you think there's been a change in the attitude of world leaders or people from around the world in general at the World Economic Forum who you're coming across? Is Pakistan being viewed in a different light?
So I wouldn't say that because most of the people that I've talked to here, they're significantly focused on what Donald Trump has been doing in the past 1 year or so, especially related to tariffs and now the Greenland issue. So Greenland is the most important issue that is being debated here. In terms of Pakistan and India, India has a huge contingent that is here. Around 10 media houses are at the World Economic Forum. Compared to Pakistan, we only have one media house, that is our media house. So there's not much debate going on between Pakistan and India in terms of what Pakistan and what the future holds for both the countries. But the conversation that I had with Indian journalists, that's the maximum of it. There's not much debate vis-a-vis Pakistan and India. About Pakistan, I think I would say that the narrative around Pakistan used to be about security. But here I see that the narrative has changed. When people talk about AI, fintech, digital payments, Pakistan is being used in the same breath. So that's, I think, a very positive change.
Right. And do you think whatever happens in the next 2 days will eventually also shape US and European relations?
Absolutely. I think Emmanuel Macron's speech today is very important, but Donald Trump's speech tomorrow is the most significant here. Emmanuel Macron has pitched it to Donald Trump that he wants to meet him in Brussels. He's also invited him for a lunch in Paris. And we still don't have any confirmation from the White House as to if Donald Trump would be willing to go. But Donald Trump is meeting the NATO chief in Davos. He'll have a meeting here and he'll be talking to him about Greenland. And he looks very bullish in terms of Greenland issues. So he's going all in. And that meeting with NATO chief, I think that will be very significant. And we have to keep an eye on what comes out of that meeting.
Right, and because Trump also posted screenshots of his messages with the Secretary General, right?
Yeah.
So is that something that people are talking about over there?
I think it's all Emmanuel Macron versus Donald Trump right now. NATO chief hasn't been that combative. But one of the sense is that United States probably for the first time is threatening a European state, an ally, a NATO country. Greenland is protected by Denmark. So that's a little problematic for the Europeans here. But again, it all depends on what that conversation between Donald Trump and the Secretary General has in store for us. Yeah.
Right. Faraz, if you have any more questions.
Yeah. So Saqib, Trump's Gaza border of peace has been on the highlights. And because Donald Trump is coming there, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has also been invited to sit on the board. What are the developments? I mean, has there been a conversation on the sidelines of WEF, because it is in a developing phase?
Unfortunately, I couldn't speak to any experts or business person from the US, but the people that I've engaged with, especially from Europe, they all have one concern, and they feel that this Gaza Peace Board is a replication of United Nations, and it might undermine United Nations, and that's why some of the European countries have declined to join that peace board. Obviously, France being the first one, and that's what their concern is. And also, that $1 billion stipulation that Donald Trump has imposed, that people can, that whoever wants to be on the board will have to pay $1 billion in 3 years from now. That is also something that is being debated, that, a membership to a strategic committee, that there has been a price tag on it. But most of the discussion surrounds around the fact that if countries join this peace board, then it will undermine United Nations.
Also, one connecting question, because Pakistan is at the forefront of crypto revolution, and our relevant minister is also there, Bilal bin Saqib. Pakistan, in a latest move, decided to tokenize its local debt, ranging to about $2 billion. Has there been such moves to tokenize our global debt as well? Because much of the crediting nations or creditors in institutions would be present at WEF.
I don't think any conversation on that has happened so far, or probably I haven't been to those sessions. But the forum started like 3 hours ago, so there are hundreds of sessions, and I'm sure this discussion will take place. But if the discussion has taken place, unfortunately, I'm not aware of that.
Okay.
Right. Okay, Saqib, we'll let you get back to the forum now. Hope you're not freezing out there, and we'll keep coming back to you for updates.
Thank you so much, Aisha. Thank you for us.